Hey guys, you might notice it's just me right now. That's because Boo Boo is having some technical difficulties, but it's okay. We can all hang out, we can chat, and we're going to talk about Ed Gein and his impact on cultural stuff, pop culture. First, let's technical difficulties. It's okay. We'll talk about some stuff. Fuck it. We'll do it live. So, Ed Gein lived from 1984 and in that time committed acts that forever changed the public imagination of the horror killer. His crimes were shocking: two confirmed murders, grave robbing, the desecration of bodies. More interesting is why they happened and how one isolated man in mid rural America became the blueprint for Norman Bates, Leatherface, and today we're going to go step by step through Gein's life, and we're going to talk about his childhood, quiet years before his arrest, and the 1957 discovery that horrified the world, from tragedy to pop culture myth. But first, we're going to say hi to everybody. How's everybody doing in the chat? Awkward pause because Boo Boo's not here. Fill in the blanks. Going to apologize, guys, because if you can't hear it, I've got a sinus infection. So, kind of suffering right now. Good to hear, Paul. Good, you're doing great. So yeah, I'm gonna be coughing. I might sneeze occasionally, and I'll make sure to make that as dramatic as possible when that does happen. Just for your guys. Let me pull some magic with the laptop here and try to get my notes where I can see them and see you guys at the same time. Turns out I don't know how to do that. Oh, yes, I do. There we go. I want to be able to see the chat and talk to you guys while I'm looking at my notes. Can't wait for the Netflix show. Yeah, the Ed Gein. What is it called? Monster? Is that the name of the series? Yeah, I haven't got to watch it yet. Do like the actor playing Ed in that, Mr. Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy. Oh, Daisy. Yeah, I should have been there. Should have been there. All right. Boo Boo's trying some updates in the meantime. I've got my eyes. He's trying to get his laptop working. So in the meantime, yeah, Paul, yeah, I'm gonna have to join you guys on Daisy. If you guys haven't played Daisy, you're watching this, play Daisy. It's fun. Um, oh shit, there we go. Now I got my notes a little bit easier. All right. 'Cause I won't be able to see Boo Boo then when it uh so like I said, Ed Gein was born in 1906 in La Crosse County, Wisconsin. Gein, I want to say Gein. It's Gein. They were farmers. George was a struggling out. Um, Accounts I've read, not exactly the nicest guy. Very quiet to his neighbors, but bit of an ass. Uh, and yeah, his mom was her name was Augusta. She was the opposite. She was fiercely religious. She was controlling and was convinced that the world was a pit of sin, and she wanted anything more than anything to protect her baby boy from the outside world that was under the control of the devil and Satan. She'd read the Bible to Ed and his older brother Henry every day, often focusing on the parts about fire and brimstone. I've known some pastors like that. Grew up in churches. Um, oh, hold on. Let's see if Boo Boo's got an update for us. No. Yeah, so she loved the fire and brimstone stuff and preaching from the Bible to them. She was reminding them that the devil was women. Women were evil. except for instruments of Satan. And if Sigmund Freud was this would have happened, he would have closed his notebook, sighed, and said, "That's too much even for me." Didn't see. Hit him with the Bible. Yeah, she was very, very, very much into the punishment part of the Bible. Then in say 1914, the family bought a farm just outside of Plainfield, Wisconsin. It was isolated and it was also run down, but that's what they wanted. They wanted far from town, at least. Not necessarily run down, but they wanted something outside of town, and that's what they found here. Ed was a small, shy, awkward child. Teacher said he laughed to himself for no the sound of every horror movie villain. A lot of cultures believe that true. That was from Paul. The eyebrow thing was from me, but the statement was from Paul. He lives in a house full of women, so I'm sure he wants to make sure that it's not true. Of course, women are not the instruments of sin. Let's see. When his father died in 1940, and his brother Henry died under mysterious circumstances in a brush fire. Four, by the way, it was officially ruled accidental. Officially, Ed was left alone with his mom, and then she died about a year after his brother in December of 1945, and it destroyed him. He was very, very close to his mother because that's pretty much the only one he really had for the most part, aside from his alcoholic father and his brother. When she died, he basically boarded up her room and left it untouched. It was basically like a tomb for the only person he ever truly loved and at the same time feared. So after her death, he lived alone on the farm. Locals thought he was odd, but harmless. The bizarre thing was he did a lot of odd jobs. That's not the bizarre thing. A lot of people do odd jobs. One of his odd jobs was to babysit and help neighbors with their chores. Babysitting with Ed Gein. Can you imagine that? That whole setting. Apparently never raised any red flags. It was just weird and odd. Harmless, but odd. At night, he'd read pulp magazines with crazy story, lurid stories that I wrote, but just dark stories about Nazi atrocities. Especially, he really loved stories about Ilse Kosh, who was rumored to have made lampskins from humans, or lampshades from human skin. Computers are definitely evil, Boo Boo. And Boo Boo's in the chat if you guys want to say hi to him. You're watching me struggle through my sinus infection. So yeah, he was into these kind of horror magazines. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Um, However, he kind of took it to another another place when he began visiting cemeteries at night. He later told police he would go into he would go into a trance-like state and dig up recently buried women who reminded him of his mother, which is insane. Babysitting with Ed Gein would be a great sitcom. I'll work on that. That could be a lot of fun. It would be really dark, but I might work on a script for that just for shits and giggles. Maybe we'll make a radio show like the Detective Richard Magnolia Mystery Show podcast that we did. Computers will make you pull out your receding hairline, or wait, is that just me? Says Boo Boo. No, if I've been missing patches of hair because of the same thing with my old laptop, so I get it. Back to Mr. Gein though. So yeah, he was visiting these graveyards, digging up recently buried women. It reminded him of his mother. Investigators later confirmed multiple exhumations. The number, like as far as reported, varies. It's anywhere from 9 to 15 known graves, but all graves that they did find showed evidence of tampering. He brought back body parts, bones, skins, and used them to recreate his mother. Huh. But just in time for Halloween, guys. They're putting. uh, so yeah, there's kind of leading up to what happened here. Uh, you guys do the history of the guy who created Wonder Woman. I was actually just talking to my fiance about that recently, a couple days ago. Yeah, we might have to do that. There is a story there, that's for sure. Uh, so yeah, we're gonna go over the murders. So, spoiler alert if you haven't watched the Ed Gein series on Netflix yet, which I haven't either, but I'm assuming this will be in there. Um, the murders started in 1954 with Mary Hogan, who was not related to Hogan, contrary to popular belief, but she was a 51-year-old tavern owner in Plainfield. She was known to be loud and ash, for lack of a better word. Basically, everything that Ed's mother would have hated about a woman. She was very opinionated. She disappeared in December of 1954 and even joked that maybe Ed ran off with her. And he replied, and this is not a joke, he replied to them when they'd say that to him, "She's not missing. She's at my farm right now." And of course, everyone laughed it off, thinking that it was a joke. Yeah, it's getting, yeah, there we go. The now funny thing, but the fucked up is that police proved about 3 years later that Mary was indeed at the farm. Oh, Boo Boo might have figured his laptop out, it sounds like. Hopefully. Because I'm struggling to breathe here through the nose. You guys hear that? Sorry, I know that's gross. All right. So still waiting on Boo Boo. It says he's might have figured it out. We'll keep on through here though. Um huh, that can't be right. So it might just be our it might be a combination of our software too. Seems to be having some issues. So if you guys are still there, say hi. Yeah, if you guys can comment, just so I know this thing's working. I know it takes a second, so I'm going to let you guys hold on a second. I hear a knock at the door.
Boom. Did we
Oh,
solve it?
yes. Heard a knock at the door, and I can hear you now.
Boom, 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 boom. Let me in. Let me in. I'm fashionably late,
Oh,
which
who's
usually
here?
just happens behind
So
the
I was
scenes.
just, yeah, yeah. You had me worried before you showed up earlier when I was like getting everything set up, and then we had tech, and then you actually showed up. I hit, show you on the stream, and there's no sound, and it's like, oh no, we're going
Yeah,
live.
I had to do my best
Throw
ASL.
throw the one up. We got to acknowledge our tribal chief, Boo
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Boo.
the fucking tribal chief. Well, this tribe is not going to last very long, clearly. No, I had to
Let me
update my computer.
okay. Let me before we go any further, let me just make a mental note of where we're at here. Okay. All right. So we're going to take a little pause in the middle of our story here, and we're going to catch up with Boo Boo for a second, so we can feel like we're properly in the podcast. How's it going, Boo?
Like it's the beginning. We'll just, scratch all.
I'm not repeating everything I've already said. That was rough.
Um,
Man, not rough because of the content. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with that. If you can hear it, I've got a sinus infection, so
no, you
starting
sound a
to
little
just get through
stuffed
it.
up, my friend.
Yeah, yeah, I am. I am very stuffed up, and yeah, so I'm trying to get through it. And with your help, I know I can. I have the power.
That's right. On screen fist bump?
Let me remember which side it is. Is it this side?
Yeah.
Right by the
Oh, the
mic.
fucking microphone's in the way. But we still did it.
Ah, you still did it. You were frozen there for a second too, so it didn't look right, but it's okay.
Right. We know we fist bumped. Uh so
So, as I
hello,
was explaining
Justin.
to our So I was explaining to our viewers right before you popped in, literally right before you popped in. I think we're also experiencing some problems with Talk Studio today. I know they had an update, I believe, yesterday, and I think it's some bugs working out. So apologies there too, guys. I know that's completely unrelated to what you had happening, but
Wait, can you repeat all of that?
I could try. Yeah, I was saying to our audience before you came on this time that we're having some. I'm having some. I've only been live for 6 minutes.
I
That
got
so
you in bits there.
yeah, don't know what's going on with it. They did do an update yesterday or earlier this week, and I think that's what's going on.
Okay.
So,
Because like watching your mouth move reminds me of watching like an old English dubbed fucking kung fu film or something. You know what I mean?
oh, is
Because
it
you like
like
you talked
delayed?
and then it's like oh, and then he says something like hello.
Yeah, I think it's the studio. We're having some issues with that, unfortunately.
We do apologize. It's just been all
But
around. It's been on both ends. So
it's
you
just a fucked up Tuesday.
know, right. It is indeed Tuesday.
Um, I'm going to wait since we normally do this, and I didn't do it earlier since you were here. But drink of the day,
Oh, Baja Blast. You want to know what my drink of the day is?
Baja Blast. Of course I do. Nice,
Water.
refreshing water. Of course,
Yeah. People say it tastes like
it's
shit, and I want to know what's your argument? Like it tastes like water. Okay. That's it.
tastes like water. It does, and I don't really care for the taste of water.
With
Water
the
has its own
minerals?
flavor, but yeah, it's the minerally flavor. Um,
Yeah.
I was gonna make a vodka joke, and I just couldn't think about it because clear liquid.
Do you think it'd be
Um,
cool if we still lived in the time when like people just drank wine and shit more than like water because the water was bad? You think maybe there were some perks to living in that time?
oh yeah, all the buttworms for one. I mean, you're never alone.
Oh, yeah. It's just a part of life. Like you're not really bothered by it. It just kind of it is. It happens.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm happy to live in a world with antibiotics, even
That's
though
true.
I'm sick right now. This would be a death sentence in the
Oh
1500.
yeah.
No, I don't think it'd be a death sentence.
You might be right though. You might be right though, because wasn't the
Well,
common cold like that shit before? What was it? Is it penicillin? Is that what
yeah. For
they
penicillin,
developed?
yeah, a lot of those type of viruses have got, or virus, bacteria, whatever, have gotten weaker because of things like that. So yeah, maybe a sinus infection may have been a peasant in 1500s. That may have been the end of Henry of Skalitz. I don't know.
Yeah, I still haven't finished that story either.
I haven't either. So vodka give you life, man. It's not about the water.
No, man, it got nothing to do. I kind of got his look going on now, except I got this
Oh yeah,
the douchey soul patch, my little button.
he had the douchey personality. You've got the soul patch to match it without that
That's
personality.
right. That's right. See, I wear it. I don't deceive you. I don't deceive you with
You
a
wear your
big
douchiness
welcoming
on your
mustache.
face.
Right, exactly.
Jesus.
You have a good
So,
idea of what's going to come out of my mouth based on just the facial hair.
so I don't think this is working, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to try it and see if it works because it didn't work earlier. Let's just try it. Now it's officially
Boom.
started.
A little late, but
23 minutes into the episode, it's officially
hey,
started.
chin is on fleek. Yeah, which one? I'm kind of like, noticing I got like two of them.
Which shit did you say?
Yeah, depending on the angle.
Laugh at that.
I could go around like protruding my lower jaw a little more forward, but like it's all
Like
the illusion. Like what?
what was the guy from Family Guy? Mr. Bottomtooth. Reducer.
Yeah, just I mean, do that, but then the illusion's destroyed. See, that's the downside of not having the beard. The perks are
I I haven't
the
seen my
perks
chin in
are
like 10 years.
well, I'll tell you, like I saw Chris at work the other day. He came in, buy some beer, and he had
As
made a
one does.
comment. He made the same comment you just made. He's like, man, every time I go to shave, I just I wonder what my chin would look like. And I'm like, it's overrated. There's nothing under that
Yeah.
beard except for hurt feelings, a lower self esteem.
Under mine, it's just another fist.
Chuck Norris's son over there. Am
Oh, I'm
I
so stuffed up.
you an audience and stuff? Am I too loud or too quiet or anything? Am I
Uh,
am I
you're
am I just
you're
right?
fine in my headset.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
but
Golden
I've
like
also
Pony
got the
Boy.
volume control, so I don't even know how loud
Right
I am.
on.
I don't know. I might be compensating because my voice is about shot from being sick. So
Yeah, I'm sick, so let me just talk louder.
yeah, by the end of
Hi.
this, by the I've done it before, like when I had a cold or something. Oh, I've had jobs where I had to keep talking and be there because I was sick. And I remember working in fast food one time, and it was like by the end of the day, if I just put a little country twang on everything, I sounded just like Stone Cold Steve Austin because my voice was shot.
Here's your Whopper.
What?
What?
You can leave early. What?
So you got it. You got all the other base. You got the most, maybe the most in the history of Atlantis. No way.
A lot of people are
Well,
saying
the
this,
problem's.
Boo
Oh my god. The problem isn't so much that I don't have a chin; it's that I have a fat neck, and I imagine that'll only get worse with age.
I have the King of the Hill. My God, Hank, you got a fat neck.
Oh my god, dude!
Oh, I wish I could do a good
Love
cotton
that.
voice.
That's pretty
I
good.
killed Vinny Man.
Yeah. Fucking
Oh,
rest in peace,
a
Cat.
lot of big people. All right.
A lot
So,
of people are saying it.
you ready to jump into this Ed
No,
Gein thing?
okay. I heard that. I heard that out the. All right,
What'd he
no more
say?
of that. He said no.
Oh, probably because he knew what
Got
the
it.
next voice you were going to probably do is.
Got it. No, 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 no. No, none of him. None of him.
He's on our banned characters list for the
No, he's
irritation
not
he
banned.
brings.
I'm not in the mood to.
I'm banning
Well,
him.
that's a lie.
Uh,
You're banning him?
I'm banning him. No, no, I'm not really banning.
You're
Oh no, my
fired.
phone died. My phone died.
Fired. I said
Brotatoes.
he's a
Oh, he's
loser. I
back
never
though.
wanted to hire him anyway.
Joke's on you. Nobody hired me. All right, so we're gonna jump back into this Ed Gein guy
Curtis
who
is
now I just
what he calls, but sorry, bro, potatoes. My phone died.
brotatoes.
Like,
We're
hey, that's all
brotatoes,
right.
bro.
You redeemed yourself with that badass nickname. We appreciate that. So I bullshitted so much also because I didn't know until today. We'll break the connection. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah, it
just
will.
chop up any sort of Wi-Fi signal to anybody
It
listening,
will. We're already having
anybody in
technical
like a
problems. Let's not make it unhealthy too.
right. And I'll tell you the real fucked up part is I haven't even this is the other guy. First time I done his voice today.
Huh?
I slept a lot today, so
Slept a
yeah,
lot today?
I stayed up
Shed
late,
a little.
way too late for how old I am, and yeah, I slept a lot.
Huh?
But I bullshitted so much because I didn't know until I saw the title when I was making the stupid comments what today's subject was. So,
When did you find that out? Like how recently?
oh, probably like
Like,
let's see, we've been on, like right before I hopped on.
Okay, so yeah, because I texted to you, but you didn't see it, and it was literally a last minute decision of, oh shit, it's almost Halloween. I was gonna do zombies. I was, and then I started thinking, well, shit, I really want to see that Ed Gein movie or series, and then I like, oh well, I could do one on Ed Gein, and I was like, oh well, what's the reason? And I was like, oh well, that's a real life boogeyman. Okay, it's almost Halloween. Let's do it.
Right. And I
So
feel like enough people like serial killers and shit, or like are fascinated by them, that like even
yeah,
if
the
it
morbid
wasn't
stuff.
Halloween, yeah, right. They're just fascinated by that part of humanity, which I'm like, it's a little bit of a red flag. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
And now I want to keep
the,
doing it, but I
don't
promise
do
I'll
it.
try to stop. Okay.
So I'm going to put this in there, and you guys in the chat can throw it back at me if you'd like. The other topic I thought of doing besides zombies, the one that came up first, and you reminded me by saying serial killers, because Ed Gein wasn't necessarily a prolific serial killer, but who was the other character I was thinking about talking about, and that was the Zodiac killer. Thought about doing that
Okay.
one. So
The
if the guys in the chat,
nipple belt.
we can do some nipple belt. Oh yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Curtis's comment raises an interesting question. Like,
Okay.
now I'm wondering, like, how much real estate of skin, like, he's got to be a serial killer almost. Didn't he make like chairs and lamps and suits, and like, you're not gonna get
We're
all
getting there.
that
We're
from
getting
just
there. We're getting
one
there.
person, right? Okay, okay, my bad.
Well,
I'm getting a
the
little
part
ahead.
that a lot of well, we'll jump right in here. We'll jump in right here because we did talk about the first person that he may have killed or probably did kill. Oh, BTK is another good one, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Um, where was it? Oh yeah, so he did kill, as we were talking about right before you came on, a 51-year-old tavern owner in Plainfield, the
Oh,
city he lived in, because she was the exact opposite of what his mother was. She was not the quiet, submissive. She was loud, brash, and everything his mom would have hated. Um, so, since I don't think you heard this part, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I'm going to repeat it. She disappeared in December of 1954, and locals joke that Ed probably ran off with her. She ran off with him, and and they would joke with him because he was the quiet, weird dude, right?
yeah, yeah.
Harmless, just a quiet, weird guy that they like to pick on because he laughed about it too. But he joked back, "She's not missing. She's at my farm." And everyone thought he was joking, and they did indeed find out that she was strung up in his barn. And yeah, so
That's crazy.
so
Uh,
what he was more prolific, what he was more so than a serial killer because he did kill at least two people. I'm just glancing over here. I can't remember. I want to say it was two confirmed kills, but what he was more known for was his grave digging. So that's where he got the body parts was fresh kills.
oh, okay.
Uh,
All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. They're not, they're dead. They're probably not going to be using it anymore.
they're not going to be missing their nipples if you want to use it for a belt, basically.
Right? It's like, oh, dude, there's got to be easily. I mean, I just buried a couple dudes today. There's got to be like fucking 12 feet of nipple skin there.
Yeah,
Slice it in half. But
that's
leave one for the buckle. You got to leave a
oh
whole
yeah.
nipple as the belt buckle.
It's
But
got to
like you
be
slice.
like a giant areola,
Oh yeah, yeah. Hopefully, like,
like the big like
like
pancake nips,
yeah, exactly, exactly. And we don't hate them. I
pepperoni nips
mean,
for the rest.
clearly they make a good belt buckle.
Yeah, I don't, whatever.
And
Um,
tit is tit. Anyway,
Paul. I wanted to clarify this because Paul did point it out. When Ed said those things, like when they joked with him and he said that back to them, he wasn't joking. He was telling them as a fact. They thought he was joking. So a sack made out of sacks. I don't know if that happened. We'll get there. A bag of holding, if you will.
yeah, just like how we did with the buffaloes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's frozen.
his next confirmed killing was November 16th of 1957, 3 years later. The hardware store owner, Bernice Warden, she went missing. Her son Frank was a sheriff's deputy. and he was the first on the scene. Found blood on the floor and a receipt for antifreeze. The last name, because this was back when they used to handwrite receipts, there was a name on the receipt, and it was Ed. So, of course, police went to the house, to the farm, and what they found was the stuff of absolute horror. They found, uh, basically, this it was the birth of every horror cliche for the next 50 years, is what they found, all in one house. They
God.
just discovered the hardware store owner, Bernice. They just found her body in the shed, basically hanging like an animal that was being skinned after you hunted. Uh, they found multiple exhumed corpses inside objects fashioned from human remains. The press called it a museum of death.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, man. All because
And
so
good.
the first one was the lady that was like the polar opposite of his mom. Was she like the first person that he killed?
Yeah, he only
Okay.
killed those two people, Bernice and Mary. I know I alluded to more, but for my brain today, it's clogged up like my nose. Um, did he have some body part? He had her body hung up on some hooks. Yeah.
God, dude.
Uh, hey, be glad you didn't have to see the pictures to research this like I did. I mean, I've seen much worse, but
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
still pretty fucked up. Let's see.
Yeah.
They he confessed when they asked him about these things. He confessed to the killings, but the details were often inconsistent. Like he didn't really. I don't know how to explain. I've heard some of the video, like the recordings, and there's very little that I could find on such short notice because I had this one queued up for later and should have probably done some more research on some of this stuff. But um, the
We can just
doctors found.
goog as we go if we got questions, you know.
Yeah, we could goog. We could goog.
Nothing wrong with using a little goog here and there.
They found him legally insane. Doctors did. He was then sent to the Central State Hospital for the criminally insane in Waupun, and then transferred to the Mendota State Prison in or prison hospital in Madison. For over
Not
a
that time.
decade, for a decade, he remained institutionalized until 1968 when he was ruled finally competent to stand trial.
Oh, okay, so he got out just to fucking be like, all right, now why'd you do it?
Yeah,
But
the judge was, or the yeah.
she fucking I hate loud women, so I killed her. God,
Well,
that's kind of what it boils
if,
down
it,
to.
if he had just plainly said that, this trial wouldn't have gone on as long as it did. I don't know if you've heard about how long the Ed Gein trial went on.
No, I'm pretty ignorant.
Okay, it started in '68. It ended in 1992. 10 years of death.
10 years.
I'm completely joking. It lasted
Oh,
1 week.
goddamn, goddamn, bro. Fucking hijinks. You got me.
he was
How does it feel
he
knowing you
was
lied
found
to a
guilty.
child?
Pretty damn good.
I'll do it again.
I'll do it again. Ed was found guilty, of course, but also found insane. They committed him permanently to the Mendota State Hospital where he was at before. So he didn't go to prisons, but some would argue he had a much worse fate. He had a lifetime of group therapy, and that's rough. Yeah,
I'm Ed.
justice was served, in my opinion. If you've ever had group therapy, justice was served.
Crazy.
Um,
It's crazy.
but
So what did he? You said he loved his mom. I caught a little bit of it when I was in the
okay,
comments. I
yeah,
was
we can
trying to listen.
recap. We can recap.
Sorry, I could also just goog,
Um,
but it's more fun to listen to your voice.
Well, his mother was a very religious woman,
Okay.
so she was very much into the fire and brimstone teachings of the Bible. Uh, we'll have to work on that T-shirt.
Easy. It's going to be
She
minimalist
also,
too. It's going to be a very
yes,
lazy
yes,
T-shirt just to
it
sell it.
will be the laziest. Be the laziest.
It's fucking
Like
Times New
no,
Roman font.
won't have our logo. It's just the most
No,
plain. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
you make it look like you made the T-shirt yourself.
yeah, it looked like it's hand drawn.
Yeah.
But yeah, so very much into fire and brimstone teaching. She was also very much liked to tell Gene and or Ed and his brother that women were the spawn of Satan and all were absolutely evil except for her. So she was the
Okay.
only
Okay.
just woman on the planet, and every other woman was a harlot and was an instrument of Satan to drag them to hell. So,
Even my mother. Mm.
jokes aside, um,
Yeah.
she was probably dealing with some very severe mental illness herself.
Right.
Just judging from that, his father was an alcoholic, so he had no real stable support system in his early life. Of course, a lot of people don't, but he also had the mental illness of his own, clearly,
Right.
and this is how it manifested. So, all truthfulness, though, what he did was very fucked up. If he had just had a proper support system, like if someone had identified, hey, this kid's got some sort of mental disorders, we should probably keep an eye on him. After his
Right.
mother died, he'd probably be in a home, or he might have been in a home before that. She might have been in a home too, and this would have never happened. But it was a different time. We didn't understand, but we still don't treat mental illness the way we should. So,
Yeah.
uh,
It's very true. But to
you
lighten
know,
that up a little bit, that heavy thing you just said, no one ever spoke up and was like, "The boy's got bad blood. You gotta suck his blood."
we need to give him some leeches. The
He
boy's got
killed him.
ghost in his blood.
That boy is fucking infected with ghosts.
There's only one cure. Somebody piss in his mouth.
Oh my god! Right, soak him in gasoline
He needs a poop enema right now.
right now. Yeah,
So,
mental health is
despite
probably
all
still
that,
really misunderstood.
it is not to the degree that we're recommending people put ghosts in their blood, but
No, the
you know,
leeches probably won't solve it.
yeah, yeah, leeches won't solve it. Brainworms might. Anyway,
Oh no, no.
at Mendota, the hospital, Ed Gein was reportedly a model patient. Nurses described him as polite, helpful, and soft-spoken. I've heard very childlike was another way I've heard him described. He liked doing chores, reading the newspaper, and he loved attending the therapy. So, it's clear he wasn't a bad guy from what I could tell. He was just not mentally well.
Yeah,
And, you know,
who's to say if he wouldn't have been great or something if he, like you said, had the good support system in his
yeah,
comeuppance
like
or his upbringing.
not one story of him in the hospitals have I heard anybody. I never saw any writings of him being a terrible, violent person. He's just, not there. I don't know. Um, he did die in 1984, at the age of 77. Um,
Damn.
Complications from cancer. He was buried in Plainfield Cemetery next to his mother, and his grave was later vandalized, and eventually they just left it unmarked because it continued to be vandalized and stolen. So there's that.
Yeah. I guess the dead don't deserve that, but it's of course gonna happen. I guess.
Oh
The
yeah, yeah. Especially with a character like him. I mean, the story like that, the
right.
macabre fascination of some people.
Yeah,
So
there are some people that are oddly fascinated by that whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm big into true crime and serial killers, and Gein not really on my list of people because it's clear that in some ways, unless I'm misreading things, of course, if anyone wants to correct me, they can. In some ways, he was a victim too, not necessarily of any particular person, but just of how we understood things. Or,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I mean, he was a victim to an abusive alcoholic father and a mother who clearly also had some other stuff.
right.
You guys heard about the possibility of a new serial killer pulled 16 bodies out of the Houston waterway so far. I have heard something about that. I've also heard that at any given time, there is currently, I can't remember last time I looked this up, which has been a while, there is over 200, I believe, active serial killers in the United States today. I have to double check that. There is still active serial killer. We just don't hear about them very often.
Nah, they get lost in the sea. I was gonna say, man, there's no way I could keep up with that. Turn on the news.
Okay,
Years.
I was sorry, I was way off. Between 25 and 50 active serial killers at any given time. Uh,
Still a concerning
yeah,
amount, I guess, because
yeah,
you
still
never
a
know where
concerning
those
amount.
guys are.
Yeah, not as concerning as 200, but it's still pretty bad.
I think serial killers then should be like one of the ultimate debunkers for debunkers. It should
Debunkers.
debunk the statement, right? Me no talk good. It should debunk the theory that like one person can't make any change. Like I think that along with other stuff, but really like because of what you just said, 25 to 50, there's almost 400 million fucking people in this country. I'm
Be the change you want to
rounding
see.
up. Yeah, right, right. I'm not saying go out and that's not how you do it. But anyway, just
Paul
a
says
thought.
modern serial killers are weak. Paul says no one is creative anymore, and I agree with it. I think it's a lack of creativity. People using ChatGTP to plan out their serial killing crimes and their MOs.
We
ChatGTP.
motherfuckers in the
How
military using ChatGPT to make fucking decisions.
how can I kill lots of people? I
Did you see
don't.
ChatGPT is about to fucking add the like explicit content?
Finally.
Finally, right. Quit saying we can't have these conversations. You're a fucking robot and I'm a man.
As if my laptop wasn't crusty enough already.
Right. Cheeto crumbs, Mountain Dew, and now
Moving on.
sticky fingers. Yeah.
Maybe better.
I'm with Paul. Where's the
Where's the creativity?
yeah, where you're not gonna make a name for yourself if you just lazily copy someone else's work.
We
And
will definitely do some more serial killer episodes because I know it's not everyday history, but apparently it is because every day there's 25 to 50 running around right now.
that's right. And it might be you. And if you're listening, stop it. Okay?
Just stop.
It's okay. Just
Yeah.
yeah, you just message us, tell us,
Well,
and
don't do
well,
that
I
unless
say
there's a
us.
not unless there's a reward involved. Otherwise, take it to someone else. Not my problem.
I don't I won't know what to say. I'll be like, holy shit, dude, that's kind of fucking crazy. But I will try
Yeah,
my best and we will navigate through it. I will
just
be your
message me.
unprofessional therapist.
Just message me, and I'll just keep replying. Damn, that's crazy.
I get bored after a day and be like, all right, I'm just not gonna talk to anybody.
Like, all right, I'm gonna head
And
out.
mysteriously, someone in the local area ends up dead. I have to wonder forever. Damn it!
You see
I
the
did
newspaper the next day, like the local killed by serial killer, and you'll be like, "Damn, that's crazy."
that. Right. I don't got much to say about it.
Who was Ed's first lawyer? Oh, I don't know who Ed's lawyer was. That's a good question.
Yeah, I wonder if he hired a lawyer or if it was like a public defender.
Oh, who? I've got something on the judge. I don't have anything about him. Who was Ed Gein's lawyer?
Tom Jones, attorney at law.
Oh, okay, this is interesting. He was not represented by a lawyer.
Did he
Uh,
represent himself?
basically he was. They basically had him sent off for psychiatric evaluation. Evaluation. After that, I assume that it was probably the lawyer, or not the lawyers, the doctors who defended him, so to speak, and basically said, "Look, he's not competent. He's insane." So he was
That's
diagnosed with schizophrenia for one.
okay.
Uh, of course, this was the 50s or 60s, so you know,
So like, yeah, he's just got bad blood.
basically, yeah.
They're like, throw him in the fucking nut house. We'll
Uh,
we'll try the lobotomy. If that doesn't work, well,
so
all
here's
that
here's what
drug
I
time.
here's what I could find. Doctors in '68 were determined that he was mentally able to confer with counsel and participate in his defense. The trial began and lasted a week. A psychiatrist testified that Gein had told him that he did not know whether the killing of Warden, the second lady, was intentional or accidental. He said that while he examined a gun at the store, the weapon discharged and killed her. He claimed not to have aimed it at her and did not remember anything else that happened after that. So I don't know. I don't see anything about who his lawyer was if he did have a lawyer at the actual second trial. Um, but they did not have a jury, so the judge was the one to decide everything.
Damn.
Uh,
Threw his ass into
yeah.
kangaroo court.
Let me see. I've got some stuff about the judge here. The judge was a very respected Wisconsin judge. His name was Robert H. Goldmar, and he later actually wrote a book about everything because even after the trial, he said he was haunted by just how ordinary and how normal Ed Gein seemed. He was quiet, respectful, and even like a word to describe him he used was gentle. And the case, he said the case wasn't so much about evil as it was about madness combined with isolation. So that's a good way of looking at it for a
Yeah,
judge. You know,
yeah. Seems pretty fair and impartial. You know,
yeah,
on the human level, you like sympathize with the dude, but on the your duties to wherever you're at, as far as the safety of society goes, you got to put that dude away. There's a lot of
yeah,
women
yeah.
out there. Some of them might like to talk, and that seems to be a problem. I know I'm fixated on the talk thing, but
I've noticed. I wasn't going to say anything.
I don't feel that way. I'm just saying, like that was one of the things, the opposite. So
As far as I wanted to know if Ed Gein was ever considered for a lobotomy, I can't find anything that said he was or wasn't. Didn't really find much about his treatment other than the group therapies. I don't think they really kept record of stuff the way they should, the way they now do. Um, so, oh, I'm sure we're gonna get some more questions, but here I've got a fun little segment here for you. Can you name some things that Ed Gein influenced?
ooh, can I name some
So
things that Ed Gein
let's
influenced?
let's go with some movies. I know you've got to know
Some
at least
movie.
one movie.
Yeah. Um, hang on. It takes exactly the same amount of time to type it in the search bar as it does for me to think.
Mhm. Oh, okay, okay.
No, let's see.
The one I know you're
What
going to be kicking yourself for because it's an obvious one.
fucking did he influence the Red Dragon? Not the Red Dragon.
Uh,
Was it Silence of the Lambs? Which one is the one who puts the
Silence of
lotion
the
on the skin?
Buffalo Bill. Yeah,
Buffalo Bill. Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah.
thinking of.
Actually, that's not the one I thought you were going to get.
But that is
That is one of them. Yeah, Buffalo Bill. Inside, he combined the traits of many characters. The writer or the director, whoever, combined
Hmm.
traits from different multiple killers. But the woman suit motif came directly from his obsession. The one
Right.
I thought you were going to get was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That was gonna be my other one because he wears the fucking leather face or whatever. But
And that is also in a very rural, isolated house.
yeah,
Like there's a lot of they just basically gave him a chainsaw and made him super violent.
do people still want to move out to the country anymore?
I do.
You do.
Yeah. Well, you saw where I used to live, very isolated farmhouse.
Yes, and we had a couple sheds that
Yeah,
we won't
and
divulge. Okay.
fresh I mean, fresh dirt holes. I mean, another
A lot
another
of dead
movie
animals.
was. Oh, Paul got it. The other question or other one of the other movies, sorry, was Psycho. Norman Bates. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Did you ever watch Bates Motel?
I have not. I have not even seen Psycho actually.
Yeah, me either.
Slashers was another. More often than
Have you
not,
ever
this is
watched
this was
American
so
Psycho?
carcass shits. Watched part of it and I just could not focus at the time, so I didn't watch all of it.
Right. Carcass shed.
Let's see. Carcass shit. Uh,
Oh, I miss the carcass shed. If you
basically,
know, you know.
basically every cannibalistic recluse in the woods trope can be traced back to Ed Gein. That
Okay.
inspired all of that. Also inspired one of my favorite Slayer songs, "Dead Skin Mask."
Oh yeah.
Watch
The
Mr.
Grove.
Brooks. Never heard of that one. I'll have to check that out. We're gonna do our top five facts quick, and then I'm gonna get off here because my face feels like it's gonna explode because of the pressure. Uh,
Grrr. Right.
yeah,
Hey man, you powered through almost an hour.
yeah. I'm actually impressed that I made it this far. I would not have been able to do this without. Paul's was about the name Dead Skin Mask, and I already named it.
Bates Motel sucked. He said, "Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
watched the first episode, and like the dude like did that shit to his mom or whatever, and then I think he killed him, the attacker. I don't fucking remember, or like he
How?
didn't kill the attacker or something like that.
Okay. I don't.
Because it was like, God damn it, I let
Yeah.
my mom get assaulted, and now I'm angry,
I
so
never
I'm gonna
saw or
assault
heard
people.
anything about it, but that sounds about on par for what I was expecting.
Yeah,
Kind of. I mean,
some backstory to make the villain
seemed
um
nuts.
relatable.
Yeah, yeah. Don't like that.
Like, oh, now I can
They,
sympathize with him because he went through some things. But then it's like in that moment you forget that like, hey, 99% of people went through things as a kid. Probably not as
right.
bad as shit in boobies, probably, but
No,
some
no.
people, and they're not out here fucking. I don't know. You shouldn't relate to the villain. The villain is a villain, okay? And we should hate them and want
Yeah.
them to fucking die.
I mean, the only serial killer I enjoy, fictional serial killer that I enjoy, and I don't enjoy any real ones, would be Dexter, because at least in the beginning he had a code of honor, like he's killing pedophiles and shit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get it.
Oh, does he kind of lose it over the course of the show? He just kind of expands who he's gonna
Towards
kill.
the end, it becomes more like sometimes they didn't fit the code. It was just somebody that he did not like and was getting too close, and that's going against his moral codes and all that. It was the whole thing. Great show, definitely worth watching. Uh, what do a Coke bottle, a Viking axe, and John Cena have in common? They're all behind me.
They make up the room
Also,
is my answer.
John Cena.
Oh, you're talking about that floating pair of jeans.
Yeah, I see.
You see the
Yeah,
jeans floating
pair of jeans
on
and
the
a
poster
hat.
there?
I see that. I
Yep,
don't see
the
what's
hat.
John Cena, the guy who played Peacemaker.
Bingo. Which one? I have to
uh,
know.
so let's go through our top five facts so I can take a break.
Yeah.
Oh, I've also got to run to the grocery store for something for dinner. So
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Anyway,
Ooh,
top
it's
five
okay.
facts, and this one got mentioned earlier because you weren't here. We're going to include it. I did include a bunch of facts, some of them not in the episode, some of them did it. He was considered a good babysitter.
He's like, you're nice and quiet like my mom.
Locals
I
in the
like that.
town.
It's time
Time
for
for Dustin's
Dustin's
bullshit.
bullshit. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Locals in Plainfield would sometimes leave their kids with Ed because he was just a quiet. He was known as kind of quiet Ed, living proof that weird but harmless can age very poorly. Number two,
Kids
I'll
and
let you do
animals.
your thing.
Number two. You said kids and animals loved him. That's,
Yep,
oh no, is that a
those
new
are.
red flag?
It's usually a sign that someone's a great person.
Yeah.
Uh,
As long
number
as you
two
act like
is
my mama.
number two is he read anatomy books for fun. They found multiple volumes of books on surgeries, embalming, and anatomy, which wasn't really considered standard winter reading in Wisconsin at the time. So,
Okay.
what-
So he's
and
just
no, I
kind of
think
like,
Paul's
there's not
right. He,
much
he
to
would
do.
have no, and I think. And sorry to cut you off. There's a delay, and every time I start to talk, I can tell it's going on. Um, but yeah, he wouldn't have hurt any children. I honestly believe that. Like Paul just said, he wouldn't have hurt any child. I believe that he probably it definitely would not have. He did not seem like that type of crazy, for lack of a better word.
Right. He's like, I'm not a monster. Okay. I just,
Yeah, I think the monster moniker that Netflix has put on that series for that is particularly is probably not accurate. To be fair, in rural Wisconsin, not many read anything. That's fair too. So yeah, he was well read compared to other people in Wisconsin at any time,
yeah. Yeah.
unless it
It's
involves
stick to your
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, yeah. Number three, I don't think you were here for this.
Number
His
three.
mother, yeah, number three, he kept his mother's room sealed.
Oh,
So every other room in the house was falling into decay and almost hoarding like there's just shit piled everywhere. I've seen pictures of it. His
yeah.
mom's room was completely untouched since her death. It was exactly the way it was when she passed away. He did not touch it other than to leave it alone.
He said pristine.
Now, me being the person who's into paranormal and ghosts and stuff like that, my first thought was this house has to be haunted as fuck, right?
Yeah, of course.
Dude took body parts and like made furniture out of it. Oh, this place is probably haunted. I morbidly wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Well, it burned down in 1958. So
Ah,
they did rule it an arson. It was
right.
intentionally burnt down, but they never proved who did it.
Damn.
Yeah,
Was that before? Was he already caught when that
yeah,
happened?
yeah. He was already in custody at that time, so it was not him.
Fuck. Damn.
And
Yeah, you'd figure that'd be like some like tortured souls, like the wailing
yeah,
kind of ghosts, the criers.
yeah.
Ooh, ooh. Shit of
Person
that
who
nature.
walked the street. That does sound wild. Pretty what Paul wrote.
Lots.
Yeah, lots of ghosts.
We all know a person who
That
walks.
spouse's room.
That was the person. This one was kind of wild.
Yeah, to see
Oh, okay.
somebody's room the way it was.
Sorry, I don't have my glasses. For some reason, I actually can't see right now.
Oh, I thought you
um,
didn't look as smart as usual.
yeah, no, I look more douchey. I look like, and I noticed one thing about wearing the glasses is on top of the glare, which is why I don't wear them on screen because I
Yeah,
hate the
yeah.
fucking glare. They also the problem I was talking about earlier with my fucking chin. The glasses just exaggerate them. Like I look like that kid from Super Bad, McLovin.
No,
Gangsters.
I never. Never would say that. You guys know him well. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Uh,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
last fact here, number 5.
Number 5.
His gravestone was stolen. We talked about that earlier. This actually happened in 2000. It happened in the year 2000, the last time, or I guess the time it was missing the longest. Souvenir hunters lifted his entire tombstone from the cemetery, but it was recovered in 2001. So they recovered it in Seattle.
No shit.
So yeah, it was taken all the way to Seattle from Wisconsin. I didn't steal it, I only borrowed it.
That'd
Paul says.
be cool as shit to have it. I bet that motherfucker be haunted too.
Oh, probably. So I'm gonna do our little outro. Cough a little bit because my throat's starting to go. So Ed Gein's story
Justin's
isn't
losing it.
just the story isn't just about horror. It's about isolation, repression, and what happens when a man builds his own private world with no one left to help him, no one left to challenge him mentally. In a good way, a growing way. In his life, he was quiet. In death, he became a ghost that haunts American culture. Proof that the scariest monsters aren't born in castles. They grow corn, they shop at the hardware store, and they fucking kill their neighbors and live just down the road.
Jesus.
Of course, gotta be dark and dumb. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining us today. If you're still listening, I don't know how many people are actually still here because it never actually tells me accurately. The reason we even did this because I originally was going to text you today and say I do not feel like doing this because I do
Right.
not feel good. The reason I went through with it is because we reached our milestone on TikTok today,
TikTok.
which means we can go live on TikTok. Now, we're not live on TikTok right now, and you know why?
Because Streamlabs is dumb.
Because it's all a pain in the dick. You can't really even do it with OBS because of the way TikTok has things set up. So, in
So you
order
gotta
to
go
go
live on
live
TikTok.
on TikTok, but ordering from like a third party, we would have to get 1,000 followers on TikTok, which we're going to try to get one day. So what I'm trying to say is, with TikTok, keep an eye on us. Follow us if you don't already. Follow us on TikTok because we can still stream games. So
Yeah.
that makes it very. I looked at it; it looks very easy to integrate doing a video game on TikTok. We can also do live. But maybe I'll just drive around and I'll go live with you guys and just show you what I'm doing. um,
Go to the store with me.
with Boo Boo, I'll give you the login information and you can do your thing with it too. I have to find out what that information is, but
Help me be lazy at work.
but we will stream some stuff on TikTok, so you just follow us on there. If nothing else, for the memes, we post a lot of funny memes. And plus, when we record an episode, TikTok does get a sneak peek of a clip from an upcoming episode when we record it. So good to do there. Good to follow. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm about to sneeze too, but my nose is so stopped up right now. We're going to go ahead and say goodbye for the day. Say bye, Boo Boo.
All right. Goodbye. I love you guys. Shut your mouth.